I'm GamerFitnation's Antwand, Pearman, also known as BlackBible, and this is my review of inFAMOUS Second Sons for the PS4. We are finally here. The most anticipated PlayStation 4 game this year has finally arrived. And now you need to know, as a PS4 gamer, as a person who really wanted this game, is it good? Well, I'm gonna save you a little time. Yes, it is a good game, and yes, you should buy it. But you need some more details. Here are the details. And like I said, I think I'm gonna start this new format of just giving you my scores up front. That way, you know, I'll do something different. Still wait to the end. I'll give it to you up front. The review score I'm giving is a 9 out of 10. I'll explain why. Not perfect, but I'll you know, it's more nitpicky stuff. So I said to each their own as to my reasons why. Anyway, 9 out of 10. Why? Because inFAMOUS is awesome. As far as story, you play as Dawson, and he's basically a conduit, and he finds out he's a conduit because of a situation that is presented in the game where he's a conduit, kind of like Cole McGrath was. He's able to absorb other main conduit powers. This story takes place after 7 years after inFAMOUS, the one with starred Cole. So the incident that happened in New Orleans, and which makes this game really cool because it takes place in Seattle, Washington. Yes, Seattle, on location. It was kind of cool. But yeah, you get to see the Space Needle and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm getting carried on. I'm jumping to the future. But the whole point is that you, as far as story, want to help your tribe because this evil government lady, ghost spook, whatever you want to call her, she did something to your tribe, and now you have to go track her down to try to steal her power, leech her powers to fix and undo what she did. Now, as far as story goes, it's kind of like the tale of two brothers. It's a brother's tale. There is an aspect that you kind of want to say you can kind of predict the outcome, but at the same time, what really carries a story very well is the personality of the main character. He's a pretty cool guy. He's not like Cole. He's more comical in a sense. He's like a punk. He's just hip and punkish, and he's in the day, and then he has the older brother, and that's why I say it kind of has this predictability, because the older brother, it's kind of like a stereotype scenario. You have the older responsible brother, and then you have the young brother who's irresponsible. Get it? Anyway, as far as the visual aspect, I'm happy. One, because I didn't run into no technical glitches. I hate that. The fact that we're in the next gen, we run into technical glitches. I feel like that should be eliminated. So there was no technical glitches, which is awesome because it's visually beautiful. It looks just as good as the trailers, if not better. It's so many aspects. And then the city of Seattle is awesome, is huge, and is there. And that's also the problem, because there was one aspect I felt like these Insomniac developers didn't do, which some developers do, and some developers don't, but other developers have done this in the past. They take time to kind of show you the city, and it's all. I mean, think about this concept. They recreated Seattle, and they kind of throw you into it, and you do stuff and everything, and they make you climb and everything, but it's like, it doesn't give you that moment of just saying, wow, this city is awesome. And you just see how vast and detailed. And that's the thing, and that's what I say, it's nitpicky. That's not something big to make a fuss about. It's just the fact that, you know what? If I was the developers, I'll take a moment to say, look at all this stuff we built. Outside that, I feel like the game's pacing is good. Gameplay is amazing. It's everything what you expect. You get new powers. The powers are freaking cool. There is some bit of repetitiveness when it comes to certain aspects of gameplay, but at the same time, you know, most open world games have this kind of formula of, hey, we have the main story, but then you can do random stuff in the city. It's just most of inFAMOUS's random stuff are kind of the same thing over and over again. And it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you know, okay, let me just do this real quick. But the key aspect of the story that's most important is the fact that you have the good and evil meter. Yes, you can choose to do good stuff and bad stuff. Decisions you make does affect the storyline, and that's great because, you know, that's really cool. But then in that, see, here's another portion of me nitpicking. I feel like, I don't know if I'm nitpicking, but I like the fact that when you do evil actions, it kind of shows and everything. You know, your jacket change and everything. But there was something that was done in inFAMOUS when you turn evil that wasn't done in this one. For example, in inFAMOUS, when you were doing bad stuff, Cole's skin, his body, his visual appearance started to ooze darkness and evil and everything. Whereas in this, you get a change of a jacket, but I mean, your powers reflect that you are going darker and evil. Like, you have that color change, whereas, you know, like where in the previous inFAMOUS, if you shoot lightning, it'll be blue if you're good, but if you shoot, you know, it'll be like blackish and everything. So that element is still there within your powers, but in the physical aspects of the character, he doesn't look like he's just only in the story and through the verbiage and then the environment with the people, you feel that era of, oh, he's a jerk, but you don't see it visually. You only see, you know, so that's like I said, it's nitpicking for me. Another aspect that I can nitpick as far as gameplay, combat. Now, there was something done in inFAMOUS 2 that was new that I kind of expected in inFAMOUS 3, and that was when it came to physical combat. They had these moments where it had like slow motion. Oh, let me hit you up with the fork and everything. Oh, get under him. Pow, pow, pow. It was so crazy in combat. So I'm thinking for the next gen, I'm gonna see the same thing, but no, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that at all. And that kind of disappointed me a little bit because I kind of like that aspect. I mean, but you do get a new weapon. You get like a chain. And this chain, you do combat. It's just they don't utilize the fact that you're able to like do slow motion moves and everything. Only when you do the big ultra attacks do you see that type of gameplay, and that was kind of like a little disappointing. But I think mostly the number one gripe I had with inFAMOUS is the sound. I felt like sound quality is good, it's there. But you know how you play with other games, you know, war games or like Call of Duty, everything, and the sound is so crazy and explosions are so crazy, you feel every impact. I feel like there's certain things you do in the game that could reflect that, but you don't feel it. It's not as intense, and I feel like it doesn't have that gut shot and everything, and that's what really bothered me, because there was points, even in combat with dialogue, when you're chasing someone, it's like, or in combat with someone, it's kind of like you're in combat, but the tone is casual, and it kind of doesn't fit in combat to me. Like, I felt like if I'm in combat with you, I'm gonna sound more aggressive, you know, if this is a combat scene. But like I said, this is more so nitpicking stuff. Now, overall, the game is visually beautiful. The gameplay is awesome. All right, you get cool powers, and you get this new, I guess, Easter egg in the game. So some of you might, I guess it might come with a pre-order, but you get to do this extra game mode where you follow the paper trail, and you get a free mode in the first copy. So there's like a mission where it says follow the paper trail, and you're chasing some origami killer. Sounds familiar. Chasing the origami killer. Heavy Rain, come on. How many of you got that? Anyway, yeah, it has that aspect to it. You're chasing the origami killer, and it's cool because you got to find them, and they're murdering people and stuff like that. At the same time, I don't know what happens next, because you have to, that's like one of those things where you have to also connect offline. You have to go online and sign up. So it wasn't available. I only did the first story, so I don't know what happens next. But I guess it's a part of a series of kind of unlocking who this is and why this is, and possibly getting a new power. That's, nah, I'm not even gonna say possibly. I believe definitely you're gonna get a new power. But yeah, I mean, like I said, overall, the game is fantastic. If you're looking for a good game for the PS4, and I'm giving you the serious tone now, you have to have inFAMOUS. If you're a PS4 gamer, you have to have inFAMOUS in your library. It's the game we're looking for. It's that third-person game that we want. It's the game we're looking for. Get it. There's nothing wrong with the game outside of, you know, me and my personal gripes. But like I said, this is my opinion, this is my review. Those are my little nitpicky stuff, but at the same time, that might not affect anything with you. Overall, if you were looking to play an inFAMOUS game on the next gen, Second Sons is the game you want to play. I'm GamerFitnation's Antwand, Pearman, also known as BlackBible. I hope you enjoyed my review. I hope I was on track. I was kind of everywhere. I'm always everywhere. I'm never on script. Why are you still watching it? Yeah, bye.